What's going on, everybody? Welcome to this live. Let me mute this other mic. There we go. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to today's Collective Live Love Reading. It's an honor to have you here. If you're new here, my name is Brandon Tobias, and I'm so grateful you're popping on. We do weekly and monthly horoscope updates for your astrology sign in love and in life, because we believe love is the most powerful catalyst to growth and transformation and helping you step into your true soul purpose here on earth. So welcome. And of course, if you're new here, be sure to hit that subscribe button. We'd love to have you as part of the soul family. As you can see here with this live today, this is part of the efforts that we're building at Science of the Soul and Stars to build an amazing live family and community and people who are all like-minded and want the best for themselves, for their partners in love and in life, and to reach their greatest soul purpose. So I'm excited to be here. Thank you guys so much, as always, for being here. If you guys are excited for today, let me know in the chat. Let me know if you resonate with that message and if you are here to reach your greatest soul purpose and to, of course, be in full alignment with your greatest love destiny. I know that's why I'm here. I'm going to start the live here on TikTok as well. And that way we'll be live on both vehicles. Now, one thing that we always have to do before we get going is a mic check and a video check. So if you guys are hearing me okay, if you're seeing me okay, please let me know, both on TikTok and on the YouTube live here. That's always very important to me. I know last week we had a little bit of a delay, so I apologize for that. And this week, hopefully, it's good to go. So if you're popping on here today, all right, what we're going to do is, of course, we're going to open the ceremony up. We're going to there's a weird noise coming from my door. We're going to open the ceremony up. We're going to call in the guides, the masters, the loved ones, and the ancestors. And of course, then we are going to go ahead and get into the channeled tarot reading. Give me 1 second. There's a weird noise popping up around the kitchen. I got to go check it out. Give me 1 second. Hold on, everyone. Let me investigate what's going on. Okay. I think we're good now. Guys, I gotta just be honest here before I continue. There's been the weirdest audio technical issues that come up with me. My Bluetooth headset was still connected to my phone, and the phone was causing mic disturbance, or the headset was causing mic disturbance here on YouTube with my Yeti mic. So I have no idea what was going on there. But thank you for your patience, and thank you for allowing me to figure it out. There we go. All right. Thanks, guys. All right. So let's continue on now, after we defeated that blockage. So we're going to go ahead and open the ceremony, call in the guides from the collective for love and life, and then we're going to just straight up channel some messages without the tarot. Now, these messages are from the divine, specifically Archangel Michael, the energy of Jesus Christ, and the energy of Mary Magdalene. They are who I've identified to be guiding these divine connections the most in the highest alignment for our lives, okay? So we're going to be channeling those messages straight up. Then we're going to get some clarity with the tarot reading here on those channel messages, and then we're going to go into a channeled astrology reading, all right? See what's going on for this week in love and in life via the stars and astrology. Finally, we're going to end with a collective love reading specifically, all right? So thank you guys so much for being here. And if you guys have questions, things like that, I will take some questions, but I've been getting a lot of feedback recently that I just got to stay to the point more, get into the content, and give you guys the value that you're here for. All right, so I will be making some announcements later on in the video, but for now, let's just go ahead and open the ceremony and get right into it, Let me just check in with the comments here before we continue. Who do we have online here? So we have Sober Girl. Thank you guys so much, Sober Girl. Sober Girl's been an amazing fan these last 2 or 3 weeks. We have Cherry, howdy from Texas. We have Donnie Hill. Thanks for your guidance today. You're welcome, Donnie. We have the Old Witch Soul. Welcome. I believe she's new, so welcome, Old Witch Soul. Morena says alien. It felt like an alien to me, too. I got to be honest. I don't know what the heck that was. Efrain says, what's up, Brandon? What's up? We hear you. Just fine, Brandon. You the man. Cappy in the house. Yes. I'm a Capricorn moon, by the way, so Cappy in the house. Paris says, Maria says, well, thank you guys so much for the feedback here on the setup. I appreciate that. All right. And then, of course, you guys, I always love, just before we continue, I just always love how much you guys are interacting with each other, supporting each other, loving on each other in the journey. You know, one thing that I've realized on my own journey is that, yes, I can hold this space for everyone, but it's not about just straight up, you know, listening to the guidance that I say no matter what. It's about the family that we're creating here, the support mechanisms that we're creating here, and having a safe space to be able to express what you've been going through with people who are going through the same thing and who can understand and relate to you, and through that be able to maybe reflect to you some good guidance for your next steps in your journey. Okay. So anyways, I just want to thank you guys again for being that family. And of course, just a reminder, please, right, bring your highest self into the chat. Yes, you can let loose, you can have fun, but always be supportive of one another, always be respectful of one another, and always give and share lots of love with one another, and that's how you receive it as well. All right. Enough chat, enough announcements, enough weird alien sounds from weird audio mic disturbances. Let's open the ceremony and get right into it and start to share what comes through. All right. Just make sure this mic doesn't rise up. Okay. Officially opening this ceremony now for the collective in love and in life for this upcoming week in January 2021. Calling in my guides, my loved ones, my masters, wise ones, angels, and archangels, specifically Archangel Michael, the energy of Jesus Christ, and the energy of Mary Magdalene to help guide this reading for the highest good and healing of all who listen now and in the future. Also calling in the guides and the angels responsible for this collective that's watching now and in the future to help give guidance during this reading. Spirit, I'm asking for the ability to channel with the utmost intuitive clarity, precision, and helpfulness for the highest good and healing of all listening now and in the future. Thank you so much. The ceremony is now officially open. All right, let's go ahead and check in for some channel messages. We are so excited for you to be here. You have shown up again and again and again, and you've given your best foot forward. Step after step, you've found your way, and there's no other way we can show you now that you would have found your way unless you were able to and brave enough to take those steps, step after step. We tell you now that you will be rewarded for your courage and your persistence upcoming. And we ask now that you continue to, with everything that's happened now, continue to broaden and to strengthen your faith in the steps ahead, and continue to broaden and strengthen your faith in being able to walk forward without knowing with certainty what will be happening here in the near future, but knowing that it will all be for your highest good and the highest good of everyone involved. We have used you, talking about the group here, as an example of the success you can have when walking forward with blind faith. You have listened to the calling, you have listened to your higher self, you have listened to your guidance, and now you are here, and now you will be rewarded. It is the time for you to sit fully in your glory, to receive everything that you are worth truly, and everything that you've ever wanted. Now is the time to show up fully in all of yourself, in all of your body, and to let go of anything and anyone that may have held you back in the past or had restraints on or over you. We are not talking specifically in and around a love connection here, as you may be prone to think. We are talking specifically about influences, energies, old thought patterns, belief systems, and people who have and would like to continue to hold you back. These are simply so that you can understand and to see your own strength, your own independence, and your own divine will when it comes to your ability to move forward in and with all of yourself. So if you find these things happening to you, know that it is so that you can continue to deepen and believe in yourself and your ability to move forward without being restrained by anything or anyone. We give these messages to you with the profound faith that you will continue to carry out the tasks that you've been guided to carry out, and know that we are here to support you every step of the way. You have nothing at all to worry about. Thank you so much for your service, and Godspeed. Wow. You know, it always, just to be fully transparent here, it always shocks me a little bit. One, that I can close my eyes and have messages come through. Where they come from, I still don't know. I know I call in the guides and the spirits and Archangel Michael, and they're all here, but it just amazes me that the words come through like they do. And then the second thing that amazes me is that the messages, right, are just the profound nature of what they're saying is just, it's amazing. So I just want to congratulate each and every single one of you. If you're listening to this, chances are you've been through quite a journey, and we're still in the journey for sure together, but we've come a long way. And it's really important, I believe, to understand and to look back and to see, wow, look at all the steps that have led us to where we are today, to who we've become, and see how those steps, even the missteps in the moment, have created the version of ourselves that we can stand strong and proud in today and look at in the mirror and be really happy with and satisfied with and have so much love and joy for. It's the hardest times in our life. It's the greatest challenges in our life that cause us to appreciate ourselves the most. And so looking back here, if you've been through challenging times in the last month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, right, whatever it's been for you in this roller coaster of a year and last year, know that it's so that now, I'm feeling right now, you can look at yourself and go, wow, I did it, and I'm so proud of myself, and I'm so strong, and I'm so worthy, and I'm so capable. And invite you guys too, right now, if you haven't done that, to do that with yourself. You could just close your eyes, take a second, and just look at yourself. You know, really look at the deepest parts of yourself, and just give yourself the love and recognition that you deserve for everything that you've been through and everything that you are and everything that you've proven to yourself about how strong and amazing you are. Maybe I should do that with myself. I love it. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get into the channeled collective reading. Now, this is not the love reading specifically. Of course, my readings tend to get into the areas of love, but this is going to be for life, destiny, general messages from Spirit for our highest good about society, our own bodies, our own healing, the current state of the energies, okay? So it's typically clarification on the messages that we just received, and then we'll be able to expand on them. Now, I was going to use the thought deck, but I'm really feeling the urge, the desire to use the Wild Unknown deck today. So we haven't used that deck in a long time. I think it's a beautiful deck. Let's go ahead and use it. Now, excuse me. Wow. I have a surprise for you guys. If I can not choke on my own saliva. And the surprise is we finally have the overhead view of the cards. I know you guys have been asking and waiting for this for a long time. So it is finally here, I'm happy to say. All right. So let's go ahead and start shuffling. TikTok, how we doing over there? I haven't even said hi to you guys. I hope everyone on TikTok is doing amazing. Thank you guys so much, as always, for the love and support. And your presence on TikTok means the world to me. YouTube, you guys know. Now, TikTok, just so you know, if you do want to see the charts later on, they will be live on YouTube, but you got to be on YouTube for it, unfortunately. Or fortunately. All right, spirit guides, loved ones, masters, wise ones, angels and archangels. Please allow us to receive any messages you have in general, in love and in life, for the collective audience that we're reading for today, for the highest good and healing of all involved listening now and in the future. All right, here we go. All right. Sherry says, how do you get the overview? Through lots of trial and error, Sherry. It took me a long time to figure out how to do this. So maybe I can make a video or something on that. All right, spirit guides, what do we got? Collective love reading, love and in life, heaven involved now and in the future. Wow. Oh, goodness gracious. We have the death card popping up right off the top. So, a lot of us here, okay, have been through so much and are still going through so much that it literally feels like a part of ourselves or the old version of ourselves or some aspect of ourselves is dying, is going away, is transforming, and is evolving into something new. It's not even an evolution, really. It's just a shedding. It's just a shedding, and it's an embracing of all of the parts of you that you know you never knew you had or you never realized were important until this day. So it is a metamorphosis that's going on here. And what I'm feeling here is it's not just, and this is for a lot of people that are tuning in here, but it's not just a metamorphosis. I mean, it's a complete change into a different version of yourself. It is a complete change. It's like you're not even the same person anymore that you were. If you think about it 2, 3, 4 months ago, or even a month ago at this point, you are coming into a version of yourself that is not even close to who you are or who you were. Okay, so massive, massive change and a dying off here. Yeah, the Four of Pentacles. Remember we talked about any last bits, any last pieces, any last parts of yourself that are still holding on, right? Or pieces of yourself that you were trying to hold on to, or that you thought were important, or that you thought were relevant. What I'm hearing is that those pieces are now something you can finally let go of, right? That you can finally open up and just kind of move through, right? So whatever it is, what I'm feeling that's been stuck for a long time inside of your heart, stuck for a long time inside of your energy, inside of your personality, inside of who you are, that thing is being opened up and released and changed and shifted in a huge way, in a way that is unprecedented, okay? The Father of Wands, yeah. Look at this version. Look at this version of who you are, of who you're stepping into. The Father of Wands. Now, this card is intense because it's a dark card. Now, it's a dark card in the fact that this card, this person, this Father of Wands, has been through death, has been through the depths of themselves, the depths of hell and back. Okay? Hell on earth and back in life. And because of that, the person that's become through the fire and flames. It's so funny. We named this reading the Fire of Change. Yeah? The Fire of Change, allowing you to really step into the badass, bold leader version of yourself because you've been through it all. You've been to the darkest depths, and you've been through the parts of yourself and of life that no one would ever want to experience. But you've been through it, and you've done it successfully. And that is why the divine is so proud of you. Okay? So those parts of yourself, right, that have been holding on, that have not been allowing you to step into the most badass, bold, courageous, and leadership-oriented version of yourself, those parts are going away. Those parts are dying away. And those parts are being allowed to shift so you can be the leader you've always been destined to be, the Father of Wands here. We have the Five of Wands, the Strength card, and the Ten of Cups. Wow. Wow. Okay. All right. Here we go, guys. All right. With the 5 of Wands underneath the Death card, it feels like you're not sure, okay, if you're not sure what the heck is going on. You're like, oh my gosh, am I dying? Am I okay? Is this change okay? Right? Should I hold on to the old parts of myself? Should I come into the new? Should I allow this change to happen? Should I embrace what's happening right now? Right? What should I do with this new version of myself? Where should I go? It's confusing times. It's confusing times. It's scattered times because we're dying. Okay? Dying is confusing from what I hear. At least the process of it. Okay? We don't know what's going on. You don't know what's going on right now. And that's okay. That's part of the process. Remember, the divine came in with the channeled messages that said, continue to strengthen and broaden your faith by walking forward one step at a time, not knowing what the heck is coming. We have the Son of Pentacles in the bottom of the deck. This is my one step at a time walking through the darkness card, right? A reminder from the divine that as we continue to progress here, the strength and the boldness that we carry will come from walking in faith. Yeah. Even if times are scary, even if times are confusing, even if you're not sure what the heck is going on and why it's happening and where to go and what to do with your new energy and your new self, let it go. Let it go. Because what's formulating is your most badass, powerful, and emboldened version of who you are and who you'd like to be. Okay. The Strength card and the 10 of Cups. All right. Okay, there's 2 messages coming to me with this. The first is, okay, and it depends on, because I feel, what's interesting here is I feel in the audience, we've got 2 sides of the collective. We've got 2 sides of the collective. So there's dual messages coming through with people watching right now. So I have to channel for both. Now, part of this is with the Strength card and the 10 of Cups. Okay. When it comes to having, creating, and receiving your long-term marriage, your long-term relationship, your long-term love of your life, in your life, creating the life of your dreams, okay? This whole trial and burden that's been going on, this change and this necessary death through the fire of change that's happening right now is what's going to, I'm hearing, allow you to have the strength to receive this love offer that will lead to your greatest harmony and destiny in love, specifically. The other side of the coin of people watching here is that this trial that you've gone through, right, that has literally caused you to feel like you're dying and coming into a different person, and now it's kind of crazy and scary and confusing, is what will give you the strength that you need in order to create and to give this love offer and this long-term union and this everlasting happiness. So just know that on both sides, the giving and the receiving, the opening and the creating and the receiving side, the masculine and the feminine side, right? This has been a divinely orchestrated affair and play that has needed to happen for you two to be able to both give and to receive on the highest, deepest levels this true divine union and love. This is what they're sharing with me. That without going through the trials that you've just gone through, that you are still going through, right? But they're really kind of making it seem like it's kind of wrapping up a little bit here in some way, shape, or form in terms of the intensity of the trials that we've been going through. That you guys truly, on one side, would not have been able to receive, and the other side wouldn't have been able to give and have the strength to do those things, right? Without going through the trials you just went through. So it's very, very interesting here. We have the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups. Underneath the 4 of Pentacles. We have the Seven of Wands, the Eight of Cups, the Eight of Wands, and the Ace of Pentacles. Wow. So there's a lot of stubbornness here. There's a lot of stubbornness when it comes to receiving and giving this love offer. The Ace of Cups is known as a solid, high potential love offer being given or received by someone here. That has a lot of potential, okay? So what I can see here is on one end, there's one person that is, right, going to be and feel quite stubborn when it comes to giving that love offer. And there's going to be another side of the person that another side of the union that feels quite stubborn when receiving this love offer, when receiving the love. And that's where both of the sides are working on, that's what they're working on doing right now. Now, the polarity here is perfect because the masculine, divine masculine, has to know how to give to his feminine on the deepest levels, and the feminine has to know how to receive from her masculine on the deepest levels, okay? So the control here with the Four of Pentacles, the stubbornness, okay, the holding on to the deepest parts of yourself that weren't allowing you to truly receive or give love on the deepest levels, those are the parts that are shifting here and dying because of the Death card, right, in this week ahead. The Seven of Wands here, the Seven of Wands here, okay. Now, what's interesting here is we have the Seven of Wands, we have the Eight of Cups, we have the Eight of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. So what I can see here is someone here, after going through all of the intense transformation, the intense changes, and the intense death of the fire of change that's happened here, stepping in and with the power of the Father of Wands, now truly gets to choose with the Seven of Wands what is best for him or her, what is best for their heart, what is best for themselves. Now that they've gone through and embraced all of themselves, it's the first time that they can actually accurately choose what and who they want to choose, right? Who they want to walk away from and who they want to move towards. This is the only way that they could have really known after exploring the depths of themselves all the way down underneath, right, that they can truly know what serves them and what doesn't serve them. Now, in this process, what has been necessary is for someone, either on both sides or on one side, I'm kind of feeling both sides have had to walk away from one another at some point in time, okay, to learn and to cherish the act of loving yourself so much that you are able to walk away from a divine connection in order to love on yourself, in order to prioritize yourself. The Eight of Cups is in the center of the read here. Now, because of this Eight of Cups, Spirit is telling me to tell you guys that is what's caused, right, the Death card here for someone in a connection, or both people, actually both people in a connection. This is about both people. This is the first time I'm reading, by the way, that I can feel the presence of the masculine as much as I can feel the presence of the feminine. It's very fascinating. Typically, I've only been able to channel for the divine feminine, and now I'm channeling kind of for both sides. I can see both sides. So I don't know if that's because of balancing out in the collective, balancing out in me. I don't know. Probably both. But regardless, okay, this Eight of Cups has been necessary in order to allow us to learn the lesson of self-prioritization, okay? Now, moving forward here, after this whole saga of the stubbornness, of the shifting, of the death, of the choosing what's best for you, of the walking away, we have the Eight of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles here underneath the Strength card and the Ten of Cups, okay? So this situation, okay, needed to reformulate itself so that it could stand on solid ground, Ace of Pentacles, and truly be headed in the direction that was most harmonious for both parties involved as they were involved with one another. Because what I'm hearing is before the situation, whatever it was, the love, the situation, the relationship that was happening, it was not aligned. It was not headed towards true divine destiny and the highest alignment for both parties. And it was just kind of not able to progress because I feel neither of the parties in this union knew what they were doing, knew where they were going, knew who truly what they were and where they wanted to go with their life, right? Both parties. So in order to do this, in order to find this truth, it was necessary for the Eight of Cups to happen to give separation, space, and strength to both parties to truly discover who and what they are so they could know what they want and then create something based on solid ground and solid foundations. This is truly a beautiful story that's been playing out here, guys. And for whatever reason, it's kind of... Yeah, I know it's confusing, right? People have been left out in the dark. People have been left so confused as to what's going on. That's okay. That's normal. You're not alone. Trust me, you're not alone. But the divine is telling me I'm kind of recapping. It's interesting. I'm kind of recapping the story that's been playing out for all of us here, I feel, on the divine love journey. But what the divine wants to know is that with the Eight of Wands here and the Strength card here, okay, I do feel that this period of really discovering who you are on the deepest levels within yourself and knowing what you want and being able to start something on a solid foundation, I believe that period is coming to an end. And I don't say that lightly because I don't like to get people's hopes up or anything like that. Okay, I'm not saying I don't know. I don't have any expectations as to when or how this union might happen. In fact, we're all on different timelines, I'm sure, right? In accordance with our soul journeys and our soul lessons. But I do have the feeling that this period of transformation, of walking away, of needing to find yourself, of going through the fires of change, I believe that period is coming to an end. It's wrapping up, is what it feels. Okay. It's important to continue to walk in faith, right? To walk in and amongst the unknown. You've practiced that now. We've all gotten lots of practice because, believe me, we're going to need that for the future. Oh, Sun card just popped up. The Sun, Seven of Pentacles, the Mother of Cups. Oh, boy. The Mother of Cups, the Son of Swords, and the Nine of Wands. Wow. All right, here we go. Let me just make sure that... I'm just going to show you guys a little bit more of the cards here, just because that's the main focus point. Let me just move this up slightly. There we go. That way you guys can see everything nice and clearly, and you know what I'm talking about. Okay. So, last row, we have the Sun card underneath the Ace of Cups and the Four of Pentacles. We have the Seven of Pentacles, the Mother of Cups, the Son of Swords, and the Nine of Wands here. This journey, guys. With the Sun card underneath the Ace of Cups and the Four of Pentacles. Okay. The only thing that exists between you and your highest eternal happiness, joy, and recognition of the self is whatever it was, whatever notion, whatever part of you that you've been holding on to. And the main word that I'm getting here is stubbornness and or the need or desire to control a situation or control feelings inside of yourself or control how you feel in general, right? If you can allow yourself to shift in that now, right? Like after everything that's happened, that's left you confused, dazed, upset, lost, all these things, right? If you can shift that perspective now and realize that everything you've gone through has been nothing more than to serve you and your person and everyone else around you for the highest good so you can serve others, if you can know that perspective without a doubt. And I'm saying everything that's happened. I'm saying the interactions you've had with other people, the interactions you've had with your person, the interactions you've had with yourself, right? That all of those things, even though they might have been scary, terrifying, or seemingly negative in the moment, have been here to show you, right? And to allow you to step into your greatest possible happiness and destiny, the Sun card. That's the perspective shifts that wants to be shifted right here through the divine. Okay. Now, of course, with the Seven of Pentacles popping up here, all right, for whoever it is here, well, it's again, it's both parties knowing, without a doubt, how badass and how powerful they are, and that they get to choose what they want and to create something special. This has caused, right, this most recent time period is causing and has caused a reorganization and a shift of priorities, I feel. And I feel that's exactly what's going on, is there's a kind of a cinching off or a closing off or a slimming of how and in what ways you spend your energy at this time. That's the Seven of Pentacles. It's the Seven of Pentacles is taking a reality check of what really serves you, what really you want to be doing, what pulls at your heartstrings and your desires to pull you forward, and cutting out and letting go of the rest. So really the theme of this reading that I'm feeling so strongly is that I kind of felt in the channeled reading, the channeled messages, that there was some things, some strings, some energies like still on your back, still holding it down a little bit. Those are the things, right, that don't really pull you forward with excitement, with enthusiasm, with desire, that you just have to let go of with the Seven of Pentacles. You just have to reorganize and shift through and go, I'm not really going to do that anymore. I'm not really going to want to do that anymore. It's not something that lights me up from the inside out, that's sustainable. So this has been important too, right? And very important now as well. And I feel that this space, right, this time, this whole saga that's been going on in love has given us the opportunity to have that period with ourselves so we can realize what is most important, truly, and what we want to spend our energy and time on. Now, here's where we get interesting dichotomies going on, because we have the Eight of Cups, or the Mother of Cups, underneath the Eight of Cups here, if you guys can see. Yeah, you guys can see. I love that you guys can see this, by the way. This is so cool. And so what Spirit is saying, because this last row is all about context and final advice from Spirit, right? What Spirit is saying here, the most important thing, hear me now, the most important thing, I'm pretty much channeling right now, the most important thing for you to realize is that through and even despite the process of walking away from an emotionally intense situation, an emotionally connected situation, it is so important to still share and be willing to give and receive the love that's in your heart. And I'm not just hearing generally, okay? If I was hearing generally, I'd say it. I'm hearing specifically with the situation. Specifically with the situation that has caused you the most grief. And you know the one I'm talking about. If you're on here, you know the situation. You know the person that's caused you the most grief. The person that has either put you through or that you've put them through the Eight of Cups energy, walking away. And that's the test. Honestly, that's the test, right? Is if we can go through all of this craziness, all of this pain. I'm talking about the deepest possible levels of pain you've ever imagined or experienced in your life. I know if you're in this collective, if you're watching this video, you've been going through an intense time emotionally. All right? And the most important part, the most important test that we've been put through is if we can go through all of that and still at the end of the day be able to open our hearts to be able to genuinely give and receive love when it's called for, when it's necessary, and when it's in our highest good. Yeah. Now, we only would be able to know how and when to fully give our hearts to someone if we went through the Eight of Cups energy and we enabled ourselves to walk away from something or a situation that was not worthy of our love. Okay? It's like, how do you know how you can truly, or who to truly give your heart to, if you don't know how to walk away? Right? That's the whole lesson here that we've all had to learn, is we have to, in order to be able to fully, truly give and receive love, know what it means to not have that love, to have it taken away, to walk away, or to be walked away from. Because now we know the darkest, opposite, reciprocal part of what it means to be in love and to share your heart with someone. Okay? There's been a lot of dichotomies recently, right? A lot of dichotomies in the cards here, and it's okay. That's what I feel we've been experiencing here, is polar opposite energies, going from one polarization into the other one, back to the other one, back and forth. And the only thing that we got to realize is the reason why we're doing all this energy traveling and shifting is so we can experience the other side, so we know where we want to be in the middle of that. What side of the spectrum, what middle of the spectrum do we want to lay in that feels the best for us and in the highest of alignment? But we won't know that unless we go to the areas we don't want to go to. All right. Son of Swords and the Nine of Wands here to finish up this collective reading. The Son of Swords is about, frankly, okay, the mind and the heart not wanting to be on the same page here. Son of Swords and the there's someone here. All right, here's what I've said is going to happen. Someone here is going to be, it's going to switch over, right? Someone here is going to want to give their heart fully to the other. And then the other person who was previously the giver is now going to be really like not wanting to accept this, because the mind or the ego is going to be like, no way, Jose, right? You hurt me in the past. And it's going to switch places. That's what I'm just sensing here. Okay, the mind is going to have a lot of resistance when it comes to staying in the heart and truly being in alignment, giving and receiving love that is truly love. It's not fake love. It's there. It's just hidden perhaps behind a lot of the trauma and the damage and the pain that you've gone through. But trust it that if you're watching this right now, you wouldn't be watching this, honestly, or you wouldn't have stayed watching this unless I was talking to you and you were part of this collective story, this union that I'm talking to and about. Right? Everyone's they're all part of different soul families, soul groups, right? Different situations, different energies going on. I'm talking to a very specific segment of people going through this love story, right? That, I'm personally involved in a lot of ways. And, yeah, you just got to you got to trust at this point that if this is resonating with you, this is the story you're in, that we're all in. All right, we have the Nine of Wands here as the final card. Now, I take the final card and the first card as the most important, along with the middle card, the most important card. So you guys can see here on YouTube, Four of Pentacles, the Eight of Cups, and the Nine of Wands here as the middle cards, and then the Sun and the Ten of Cups. Remember I talked about dichotomies, right? Opposite sides, we have Ten of Cups and we have the Sun card. That's eternal joy, happiness, love, union, right? Kids, family, wife, husband, house, just emotional satiety, having everything emotionally that you've ever wanted in life. With the Sun card, personal empowerment, exuberance, joy, and vitality, clarity, enlightenment. That's on one side. On the opposite side is the Nine of Wands and the Four of Pentacles. So you better believe if you want to attain these things, you have to stay on the journey. You have to stay on this journey that you're watching right now. You can't let it go. You can't just say, I'm done, I'm ditching it, right? It's going to keep coming back to you. And because your heart, your soul knows what it really wants, okay? But with the Four of Pentacles here, there's going to be resistance. Trust me, there's going to be resistance. There's going to be stubbornness. There's going to be, I don't want to do that anymore, right? I don't want to get back into that. I don't want to mess with that anymore. My heart's been hurt, all these things. But the mind will protect you. And I'm telling you here with the Nine of Wands, if you're on the journey, you're on the journey. And it's headed to an amazing place. It's headed to the best place you could ever imagine. And I don't say that lightly because I'm not someone who just pops on here and says fairy tales. I just say what the cards say. You guys saw the middle of the read is the Eight of Cups. So in order to do this, you had to walk away, or you had to be walked away from. You had to go through a lot. All right? You had to go through a lot in order to earn this right to engage and be in this love story. All right, final outcome card, we have the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles, guys. Holy cow. I mean, are you kidding me? The Ten of Pentacles? We have the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. Okay? If you are listening to this right now, let this be your confirmation. The situation that you're in, the person that you're thinking of, the situation you're thinking of, the situation that's caused you all of this grief, growth, and transformation, okay, in the past year, few months, specifically this last few months, right? Whatever emotional situation that's come up to the forefront, this is your journey. All right? And it's not over. It's not over. You may have thought it's over, but that was kind of a faking. Excuse me. I keep choking on my own spit. You may have thought it's over, all right? But what I just heard is it was just a fake. It was just you either faked yourself out, or you got faked out, or something happened in that way, because it wasn't. Truly, it wasn't. All right? Of course, you have the choice if you want to engage in this, but you wouldn't be listening to this if you didn't want to engage with it. I know. All right, so Nine of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles final outcome. Let's get two additional on top of that. We have the Hermit card, and we have the Two of Swords. Yeah, so it's your choice, guys. It is truly your choice. All right, it really is. This I'm just telling you. I'm just the messenger, by the way. I'm just the messenger. That this journey that you've been on, that's resulted in a profound death and transformation, a shedding of who you were, that you've had to be walked away from or walk away from someone because they weren't in your highest alignment at that time, who's now gone through utter and complete transformation along with yourself. There's still a lot of stubbornness holding on. Okay? That's now coming back around and having the opportunity here to receive and give love on the deepest levels after going through those trials. The journey is still open. The journey is still available, Nine of Wands, and it will result in everything you've ever wanted and more. 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, and you're probably going to think about it because of the Hermit card and the Two of Swords. And by the way, I recommend that. I don't recommend jumping into anything that doesn't feel right, but Spirit's saying here, you do have a choice here. This is free will. You have a choice. This isn't just you have to do this. You don't have to do this at all. You can get off the train right now, all right? It's hard. It's not going to be easy. There's going to be more growth, more opening up, more shifting, more letting go, all right? More stepping into the Father of Wands energy. I don't know. I don't even know. Who knows? More death, okay? Metaphorical, hopefully, deaths. But you have the choice. So that choice, I believe, will be coming to you very soon if it hasn't already. The choice as to whether to continue and to go through it or to get off the train. The choice is yours. All right. Let's end it there. I'm going to check in on the comments. I haven't seen the comments here in a second. So, wow, we have 61 viewers on YouTube. That's almost as much as TikTok. That's wild. I think that's the most amount of viewers we've had ever on a live. Thank you guys so much for the support, for the love, for the engagement. Oh man, we got to read some comments here because you guys you guys are going off here on TikTok. I love you guys on TikTok. Thank you guys so much. What do we have here on YouTube? Isabella said, universe was like, fake news, baby. I like that one. Fake news. Oh, man. Isabella, thank you. She said, that was accurate. I almost cried a lot of times. You're welcome. Sober Girl, Old Witch, that resonated very deeply. Thank you. Nicki Minaj, oh my God, you're so cute. I'm shy. Nicki Minaj, thank you. Per person, thank you, hon. You're welcome. What else do we got? Hermit mode, yep. Why is YouTube censoring you guys' comments? They were censoring some gray hearts. Thank you, by Hundi. Sober Girl says, Spirit, fix this. Right? A friend said, you speak the truth, my man. Trisha Jane, 333 at 10 of Pentacles. Wow. That's pretty crazy. Cherry said, wow. Isabella, walk away to know the real value to have that love. Yes. Okay. Trisha Jane joining at 333. I saw 303 on my recording, or 3003. So, of course. Per person, LOL, wow, just the air. Maybe afraid of the lightning and thunder is so cute. Sam Sober Girl. Sherry, thank you for the donation. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Sherry just blessed me with $10. Thank you. Yo, Alaskan, Sana's here. What's up, Sana? It's been a while. All right, guys. So let's go ahead and look into the astrology, if I can ensure that everything goes to a T. And yes, the Great Mother is here for sure. Someone said in YouTube, and I can feel her too. Sharing truth, by the way. So I just want to reiterate, guys, if you're new or you just pop, this is all, you can see I shuffle, obviously. I don't come in with the plan. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what I'm going to say. I don't know what the cards are going to say. It's a little crazy. But I get shocked myself. And when I go back and watch these videos, because oftentimes I don't even remember what I said, I get pretty shocked, and it's good guidance. So for me to listen to, right? Because I'm on this journey too. There we go. Boom. So anyways, I appreciate you guys hopping on here and encouraging and supporting, and it does mean the world to me. So now we're going to go into section 2. All right, so the last parts of the reading, we're going to go into the channeled astrology for the week ahead. Okay, the most important planetary alignments we got to know about for the energies here, so you can be aware of what's going on and make the best decisions in your life for your highest good. And then, of course, we'll finish up with either a collective love reading or questions, specific individual love questions from you guys. I haven't decided, because honestly, that was pretty much a love reading. I'm not going to lie. I always, I intended it for specifically a general read. It always ends up being love. So I don't know. Let me know, you guys, if you want to do another collective love read or individual questions. I'm not feeling another collective love read. I'll just be honest with you guys. So maybe we'll do questions. We'll see how I feel after this. All right. Anyways, TikTok, I love you guys. If you guys are wanting to see the chart live, you got to hop onto YouTube, the live stream. I have the chart live here on the screen. So, thank you, Isabella. She said, I love that you're so real. I don't give false hope. You say what we need to hear. Yeah, I don't. I'm not here to, because otherwise it's just like, what am I doing, right? I'm just leading people on with false hope, and if I am, then, I apologize, but I'm in that too. But no, I do believe, we called in the guidance, we drew, we shuffled, we said what's going on, and if you're in this collective, this is your story. So I'm here with you. Truly, I'm here with you. All right. January 17, 2021. We got the chart up and live. What do we got going on? Spirit, what do we got going on? Beautiful trine between the North Node in Gemini, making a trine with Mercury in Aquarius. Talk about communication of truth. Talk about the realization of truth in order to create and have progressive change, right? Talk about harmonious flow of progression towards our destiny after going through and because of going through the fire of change that has been happening here. That's related very closely, by the way, to Lilith conjunct Uranus square Jupiter and Saturn here in Capricorn. This is the fire of change that I'm talking about on your physical, emotional, mental levels. All right? Because Lilith in Taurus conjunct Uranus and Mars, this is a physical, fiery, energetic shift into more of an alignment of who you embody yourself to be physically. Okay? And your physical health and well-being and alignment dictates your mental and emotional health and well-being and alignment as well. So this is the fire of change that is currently, as you guys can see, with these massive squares over to Jupiter, Saturn, and the Sun in Capricorn. that's currently happening right now as we're going through it, as we're feeling it, right? But the thing to know is, with this trine from Mercury, beautiful, beautiful Mercury in Aquarius, which I love, which is the realization, again, of truth, of clarity, of what we need to say, do, and speak for the best changes in our lives and in the lives of others, in a trine with the North Node in Gemini, okay? So the beautiful part about this is, all right, what I feel that's happening is it's all coming around into a logical integration of what's been happening emotionally. We are finally getting some clarity, some insight, some realization, okay, of what needs to happen moving forward and why things have happened in order to create and to cause this progressive change with Mercury in Aquarius trine North Node in Gemini. This is a very much a left-brained, okay, integration of knowledge and insight that will help for the future. So know that whatever knowledge or insight of change, of harmony, of progression, of the future, of next steps that you receive this week is positive and true and very good for you to know, very good for you to move forward with. Okay, it's a harmonious thing. So expect good news. Expect good news. Expect a good, solid understanding, all right, and a logical integration of things that have been happening for your highest good. Finally, some clarity is what I'm feeling, because I've been, and we've all been, right, in the Five of Wands energy. And that's still happening to a degree, right? Because, again, that Five of Wands energy that's here, to me, that always represents, okay, Neptune in Pisces here, square North Node in Gemini. Okay, but, yeah, this is like Five of Wands. Like, we don't even know what the heck is happening at all in any way, but we're just going to keep going because there's no other choice of what we can do at this point in time. So might as well. And at the same time, we might as well learn to love ourselves fully and truly. This is Ceres conjunct Neptune in Pisces, okay, squared North Node. So the only way forward, if you're listening to this, is to learn and to embrace and to love deeply yourself and to learn how to love unconditionally the parts of yourself that you've never loved before. And it's that Four of Pentacles energy that I feel is struggling a little bit, that stubbornness, okay, to open up and to really embrace those parts, which is that Neptune conjunct Ceres, right, in Pisces square the North Node. So it really is a time where unless we're learning to truly be in love with ourselves and have that unconditional love for ourselves, we're not moving forward. And we're going to feel stuck. And we're going to feel like there's friction in every part of our lives, right? The only way forward at this point in time is to learn to love ourselves unconditionally. That is it. That is it. There is no other way forward. You will be blocked if you aren't loving yourself and you're trying to give or love others or whatever it is, right? Kind of be in the past, those types of energies. So just know that that's going on, right? There's harmony, there's confusion, but there's self-love here. Those aspects are very important for us to know about. And healing, of course. Chiron is here, right in the mix in Aries. All right, making a beautiful trine to Juno. We talked about that last week. And also some sextiles here over to Jupiter, Saturn, and the Sun. So there is healing here. Lots of healing, lots of progression. We're in the midst of it, guys. I mean, we're in the midst of it. The Nine of Wands came out as the last card in the tarot deck. That's because the journey isn't over. The journey's never over. It's never over. But we're in the midst of an especially intense transformational journey that's happening right now. I mean, to get the Death card as our crowning card in the reading just says, right, really speaks to the depth of the transformation that's happening for all of us right now. And I really would bet to share with you guys, if you look back, if you look at within yourself and you look back a month ago, you are not the same person. That's true generally always, but especially like a month ago, if you look back and you're like, was I really the same person? You're like, no, emotionally no. And that's what's going to keep happening. Okay. So it's a really profound time. So just be gentle and easy with yourself, honestly. All right, let's keep moving on. Wow, on the 18th, which is tomorrow, I think. Yeah. Yeah. We have the moon coming into a conjunction with Chiron in Aries. Wow. In a trine with Juno. Yeah. So I'm not going to lie here. There's a pretty profound, harmonious flow of healing emotionally that's going to happen tomorrow, especially with this trine energy to Juno. It's a big moment tomorrow. That's a big moment tomorrow. I can't underspeak this one. This is a big moment. I'm seeing 111 here on the live time. That's a big moment. That's a big moment of change. 100%. Emotionally. There's something there's something tremendously important to you emotionally that's going to have a big shift or clarity or realization or like an aha moment, like something like that tomorrow. Okay? Or just a way of being or an energy or a flow that you're in. But I really do feel like there's a shift. Don't know what it is, but it's here. So look out for that tomorrow. We've got Juno with a sextile to Jupiter here and Saturn. Yeah, technically just Jupiter. But Saturn's close by. So there's a harmonious shift emotionally and a greater opportunity as well in addition to that. To work through and step into a new way of, there's an opportunity to actually create something, actually. There's a framework that wants to be created for a new way. Could be a new relationship, could be a new way of being in a relationship, could be a new framework or foundation for love, all right? Because it's a sextile, so it's an opportunity. We don't have to do it. Again, there's that Four of Pentacles stubbornness. Oh, are we going to shift? Are we going to do something? Are we going to actually want to engage with this? Right? Or are we just not? Are we going to stay the same? Are we going to stay stuck? Well, Juno sextile Jupiter here in Aquarius on the 18th, the same day as Chiron conjunct the moon, trine Juno, says we do have an opportunity, if we want, to set new horizons and to create a new framework and step into that framework if we choose it. There's the choice right there. Sextiles are my choice alignment, my choice aspect. Two of Swords energy. Interesting. All right, let's keep moving on. Let's keep moving on and keep going. The 19th here, 20th. We're going to go to the 24th to 25th. Wow. So the 20th and the 21st, we've got the moon about to come into conjunction with Uranus, Mars, and Lilith. It's going to pass over all three of those planets. It's going to make a stellium here in Taurus. And that's all in massive squares still. Obviously, the fire of change. You guys want to talk about the fire of change? The fire of emotional transformation, of an emotional change in your physical embodiment of who you are and how you step forward. That's happening the 20th and 21st big time with the moon heading in here. It's almost like this is a week of healing. This is a week of death. This is literally a week of death. Metaphorical death. I don't want to scare you. A metaphorical death that's happening because we have the moon hitting Chiron in Aries, making a trine to Juno. And then we have the moon going over and hitting Uranus, Mars, and Lilith in the same week, making a square to Jupiter, Saturn, and the Sun. Wow. I mean, it's going to be heavy in a good way. This is the week of, someone on TikTok said, a week of healing. Yeah, it's a week of trusting and healing. Big time. Trusting and healing. Because there's going to be some intensity. There's going to be some fireworks. There's going to be some shifts and some change happening. I hope you guys are ready. Emotionally, this is where you're going to become a new person. This is where you're going to open up to a new level, if you allow it, if you choose it, that you've never been able to open up to before. That is not very even relatable to who you are right now. That's what I'm feeling. It's intense. It's a lot. So I'm in a space, if you guys want to know, I'm just like, okay, I'm game. I don't know what this is gonna do. Like I don't know what's gonna happen, but I'm feeling the energies, and I'm just like, okay, like let's do it. Like I don't know, but I'm just along for the ride at this point. Honestly, it's what else can you do but surrender to the ride of this? Like this is crazy. It's crazy. You know? So, anyways, it's going to be intense, it's going to be fun, quote unquote fun, but it should it should get us where we need to go. Okay. So, I hope you guys are up for the ride. All right. I'm on board. If you guys are on board, I'm on board regardless. If you guys want to join me, on that train of transformation, of change, of a change in a physical embodiment of who you are, who you're stepping into, that fire of wands energy. Okay, someone on TikTok said, ready to be myself again. This is, by the way, I make it sound dramatic because I'm dramatic. I've got a Leo Chiron in the 10th house. Yeah. And Leo in my 10th house with Cancer. So I'm a little dramatic. But someone said, I'm ready in all caps on TikTok. I love it. And someone said, choo choo, the train. Oh, man. If you guys watch The Leo King, I love The Leo King. He's one of my greatest inspirations, by the way. He always talks about the train destiny or the ship or whatever he talks about. It always gets me fired up. I don't want to go that level, but, that's what's happening this week. It's a big week. So, anyways, let's finish out the week here. And we'll go ahead and go into the rest of it. So, the 21st here. 22nd. Spirit says that this will be a significant day. I don't know why. I don't see it. That's just what I heard. This will be a significant day. I'm hearing in regards to love. In regards to love, this will be a very significant day. I don't know why. I don't personally see it. I mean, we have Juno sextile Saturn in Aquarius. Working through the opportunity to continue working through hitting a new precedent when it comes to karmic love situations or karma within love situations. Venus here getting pretty close to Pluto. But other than that, I don't see anything too special or crazy. I think honestly the energy of what happened before that on the 17th, 18th, 19th, are going to be, it's probably going to carry us through the rest of the week, in all honesty. But I am hearing the 22nd for some reason. It's just literally what I'm hearing. It will be a significant day in love. Now, I do see the moon here trining Pluto. And Pluto in a rough, you can call it a conjunction if you like, with the Venus. So, yeah. So the 21st and 22nd, we've got some significant aspects here to Pluto and Venus here in Capricorn trine the moon in Taurus. Okay. So I feel like it's a day that you can kind of let loose a little bit, to enjoy a little bit more, to experience the joy of love once again in a way that you maybe haven't expected or experienced in a long time, after going through and finishing up the dark night of the soul. Okay? So I don't know exactly why. We'll find out. But the 22nd here appears to be significant. Per person one, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Just blessed me with a donation. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. So the 22nd, 2021 of January. Look out for that date, guys. Let's finish up here with the 24th. And look, by the end of this week, Venus is moving closer and closer to Pluto. Okay? And we've also gotten on the last day of this week, at least, the 24th, the moon conjunct the North Node, making an opposition to Juno here. Not technically Juno, but somewhat. Both making a trine to Mercury, yeah. And then Venus moving up to Pluto here. Okay, so by the end of this week, guys, so here's what I feel. To sum up this kind of, the theme of what's happened this week for everyone through the astrology, is that this is, it's a week of intense healing. It's a week of transformation. It's a week that's going to leave you feeling and being a version of yourself that you didn't even know existed. Emotionally, it feels like a test. The opportunity to open up, to let go of things, to really open up to an opportunity to give or receive love in a way that may bring up some resistance or some stubbornness with the mind and the ego. And really set the stage for something beautiful to be able to begin the stages of being harmonious or being able to be worked through, okay, of that progressive communication. Also, don't forget about that logical aha moment, right? With Mercury trine the North Node, I do feel that there's a realization of clarity about and a logical integration of the journey you've been on that will allow you to move forward with more confidence and faith in yourself and particularly in the unknown. Okay. So, intense week, amazing week, lots of love, lots of clarity, lots of transformation, lots of things going on. Okay. I'm going to pause for a second. I'm going to check in with the chats here and just see if there's any questions that people have dropped that I can answer as we go through. It is 1:22 here. By the way, that is 1:22 on the live YouTube. That was January 22nd. So January 22nd again, I do feel will be significant. I didn't see, right? I wasn't, I didn't have the clarity in this moment to look at why. Maybe some better astrologers will find it. But let me just read some comments here and read through and make sure everyone's good. Cheryl said, all it is, just realizing that we, each of us to know, each are valued, don't disrespect ourselves, allow less than. Yes. Yolaskin says 10. I do need more joy in my life, says Sober Girl. Sublime Samsara says yes. Put down that sword. I love it. Sherry says, should we be in our yin or yang energy during this week? That is a good question, Sherry. So it's not, to answer your question here, Sherry, I wouldn't say it's a question of what energy we should choose to be in. It's an energy of what energy for you in this particular part allows you to be in the most harmony with life and with yourself. And the word that just I keep hearing in regards to your question that they're guiding me to say is balance. A balanced approach is really key right now, actually. Very key. And I've been feeling like the energies, right, divine masculine and feminine, they've been really coming together and balancing out and swapping places and doing all these things. And so I do feel the best way forward at this point in time is to come at it with a balanced approach of yin and yang, of masculine and feminine. And I know that's kind of a status quo-y answer, but that's as I was speaking, right, I kept saying balance, balance, balance. Approach it from both sides, because now we have that ability. I really do feel like we've been going through a intense balancing process. You guys didn't see me post for like a week and a half. That's because I was going through some intense balancing out of and within my own divine masculine energy. All right, coming into the divine masculine energy much more so than I was. So that would be my answer there. Isabella says 18th and 22nd already marked on the calendar. That's awesome. Isabella says, so should we have hopes for good reunions / communications in love this week? Isabella, it's a great question. No, you should not. Now, that's not to say you shouldn't have hope in general. There's a difference here. It's important to have hope in general, in love, that everything will work out for your greatest good. That is a fact. If you're watching this, that is a fact as long as you stay in this. But to have hope specifically, right, to cling on to the hope that it will happen this week is only setting yourself up for, okay, and an opportunity for the universe to basically expose areas that aren't fully embodied as you. Because if you were fully embodied as you, right, and again, this all comes in love, okay, there would be no need to hope, right, that someone will specifically do something outside of yourself to or for you, right? You're like, if they do it, great. If they don't, great. I'm still good either way. I still love myself more than anything or anyone else, and I still love them too. But if they don't communicate, they don't. If they do, they do, right? Either way is fantastic, because if they don't, it means that I get to enjoy more of my life in this period. I get to experience more of myself, and I get to do the things that I can do and experience outside of a love situation. And if they do, then it was perfect divine timing, right? So I hope that makes sense. I would never advise anyone to have, expectations or hope about someone or something else outside of themselves reaching out or doing something to or for them, right? Because you can't, that's trying to control the situation. That's Four of Pentacles energy. So the key here is to release that, to release any sort of control or expectations around what someone else will do or how they'll react. Yes, our Phoenix put it beautifully. Go with the flow, love yourself, and have no expectation. Exactly. And look, this has been a lesson I've had to learn, because I've had the highest expectations, not only of myself, but of my partners, of my job, my career. Like, I'm like super critical. All right. Very critical, judgmental dude. Just ask my ex-girlfriends. But, that's not the way. That's what's being healed. Okay. All right. So let me read a few here. The day after day, and be grateful for every single one of those. Yes, absolutely. Everything's going to be okay. Yes, it is. Connie says, what about you? How are you doing? I'm doing well, Connie. Thank you for asking. I'm doing good. I appreciate it. I am doing good. Very good. I'm enjoying life very much so. And I've really been working on the divine masculine qualities of like setting up and being disciplined with self-routine, with making my bed, cleaning, having good food, working out every single day, and just kind of enjoying life to the fullest that I can do. I'm just letting myself enjoy, letting myself have the freedom, and only doing work and being and hanging with people that make me happy. And that's pretty much what I've been doing. So thank you for asking. I appreciate that. All right, I'll answer another last couple questions, and then I think we're going to call it because I feel like the first reading was a love reading, and the whole theme of this reading, Seven of Pentacles, is kind of just doing what's necessary. It's not needing to do something that's on a script or a specific agenda. It's just, hey, if it's needed, great. If you feel the desire to do it, great. I don't really feel the desire to do a second love reading. All right, I feel like the first reading was amazing, and in terms of love, and I think that's what we needed to hear. All right, a couple more questions here. Trisha Jane, 1221. Oh, yeah. That's interesting. Yeah, that's an important number. Sublime says, wow, I'm sure we're getting communication these 2 days, potentially. Everyone's saying the days here. Just burn all those karmic fools already. At least we didn't get the Seven of Cups this time. We've been getting the Seven of Cups a lot. At least the Seven of Cups energy is kind of over, is what I feel. All right. All right, guys. All right. So that's it for the readings. To end this amazing live reading, I just want to share from the bottom of my heart how much I love all of you, how much I appreciate all of you, how much it means to me that you've stayed with me this whole time. We still have 46 people on. This is amazing. It's definitely the highest live video that we've gotten so far to date. So I appreciate that, and it means the world to me. And again, I pop on here and try to be as without any expectations myself, and just kind of share whatever comes off the top of the channeled guidance, and hopefully it helps people. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. I appreciate all the donations and the blessings you guys have given me. It means the world as well. And you guys literally have allowed me to step into my purpose here on earth and to make an amazing living from it, so I can continue to empower people and not have to worry about money or finances. And that's a blessing I've never experienced before from just doing what I love. So thank you guys so much for that. And a couple last announcements. If you guys enjoyed this video and you found it helpful, do me a favor. Hit that like button. Helps this channel and this video grow. So, of course, we can guide more people and grow the Soul family. Hit that notification bell if you want to get updated next time I go live, so that way you don't miss another live stream. And if you haven't joined the Soul family, be sure to hit that subscribe button. We'd love to have you as part of the Soul family. We do weekly and monthly horoscope updates for your astrology sign in love and in life for your highest good. And last couple announcements. Patreon. Okay, Patreon. I've gone through some seven of Pentacles energy with Patreon in my own business, and I've completely reorganized it. It's now much more accessible. Memberships start at $10 a month, and basically what you get is you get live interactions, Q&A sessions with me. You can ask me any one of your questions personally. You can interact with an amazing community, okay, that we've already got I think 4 or 5 members on there right now. And just be with like-minded people, right, who want to grow, who are going through love situations, a safe space where you can interact and share what's going on and how you react to certain videos, okay? So check out my Patreon page. It's in the description box below. At the higher tiers, $25 a month, we teach you how to learn your own astrology chart and to learn what your soul purpose is and your greatest love compatibility through astrology week by week, A through Z. So it's pretty awesome, and yeah, hope to see you guys on there. And then the Spiritual Business Mastermind, that's starting next Thursday. That's where I'm taking a select group of people who want to start a passion-based or spiritual-based business on YouTube here in 2021 and learn how to be seen, how to monetize, and how to get to your first 1,000 subscribers and $1,000 from YouTube in your first 90 days. So we are still taking applicants for that. If you want to check that out, that will be in the description box below as well. Last thing I'll say is personal sessions. They are open again for January 2021. I am definitely still taking clients. We've got about 25 to 30 slots left to take for January. So instructions will be for that in the description box below if you want to check those out. All right, I think I got everything. That's enough rambling. Thank you guys again so much. I will see you next week, and I'll see you this week as well. I'm starting to do the monthlies and weeklies again for individual astrology signs, and I appreciate your engagement and support on there as well. So take care for now, and I will see you next time. And let me see if I can close this out correctly.